Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to Life After Plus One, your podcast talking everything single parenting. And before I jump into today's episode, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that's listening in other amazing little pockets and parts of the world. A big shout out and hello to all of you amazing listeners over in America. What else have I got here? Germany, UK, Kenya, Indonesia, and Canada. A big shout out to you guys and thank you for listening, and I hope you're all still on board. Share this podcast, share it around. I'd love to get some more international listeners on, so thank you all for jumping on. And I also want to say a huge shout out and a huge thank you to all of you listeners. Now, the show's only been going for about 6 weeks now. It's not even been 2 months yet. So a big thank you to everyone that's been on board. And I'm super pumped for 2024. I've got lots of huge things planned, which is what this episode is talking about. Setting goals and making big plans for next year. So lots of big things planned for Life After Plus One for 2024, and I'm super pumped for that, and I hope you guys and so many more new listeners jump on board and embrace your journey of being a single parent. And that's what Life After Plus One is all about. I'm here to walk you through the process of being a single parent and just teach you and help you to learn to love it. Love being a single parent and enjoy it all and make the most of your time as being a solo parent, because it can be lots of fun. Now, let's dive into today's episode, and we're going to talk about setting New Year's resolutions, but also mainly setting goals, because let's be honest, how many people out there actually stick to their New Year's resolutions? Not many people do. And why is that? Because usually when people set New Year's resolutions, they usually set a resolution or a goal or a plan for the start of the year. This is what I want for 2024. And they don't back it up with any other plans or any other goals. They just go in New Year's Eve, this is what I want for next year, and that's it. The whole plan, the goal, the idea is just lost. It's gone off into thin air, and there's been no further action or steps put in place to actually make that New Year's resolution come to life. It's just, that's it, it stopped. But when people set goals throughout the year and have little things like a little tick box, a little to-do list of what they want to do, you're more inclined to actually stick to your goals because you do it in small baby steps. And that's what I want to discuss today. Setting goals and having a New Year's resolution are quite different. They're two very different things. So when you have a goal, usually you back it up with something. And that's my point in today's episode. I don't want you to set New Year's resolutions. I want you to set your goals for 2024, and I want you to back it up. Now, the problem is it's quite common for people to have these plans. And let's be honest, the most common goals or New Year's resolutions are always money related, fitness or weight related, or relationship related. Now, there are usually your other ones as well, like career, maybe your house, travel. There are other common ones as well. But when you set these goals, you can't just say something like, I want to earn more money next year, or I want to lose 10 kilos, and that's your New Year's resolution. And then you just drop it at that and then hope it's just going to land in your lap. No plan, no goal, no dream is just going to fall into your lap unless you take action to make it happen. So that's why so many New Year's resolutions are never fulfilled, because that action is just missing. So if you want to set a goal and look at bettering your life as a single parent and take that step to do something to really make your kids look at you and go, fuck, look at mom or look at dad, they're kicking ass. If you want to do something that will make them super proud of you, then lead by example and start showing your kids how to set goals and how to get up and do stuff with your life. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're not doing anything, because fuck, you're a single parent. You've done something. What you've already done is a huge step. But don't feel like you need to stop there. Don't feel like your life has plateaued because you're a single parent. This is your chance to get out and follow your dreams. Now, you may have been in a relationship previously where your dreams got put on the back burner. You weren't able to fulfill any of your goals because you were too busy running around the house or too busy working full time to provide for the family, or it just wasn't possible. Or maybe your partner wasn't on board with what you wanted to do. So your plans and your goals got just shoved to the side because they didn't agree with it. And you thought, oh, okay, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But now you've got no one stopping you. You've got no one holding you back besides yourself. So this is your time now that you're a single parent to get out and smash your goals. I can tell you now that I have achieved more things in my life and accomplished more goals since I've been a single parent than I have throughout the previous years in my life. And do you know why? Because I don't have anyone holding me back except for myself. And I've got my biggest cheerleader by my side that is constantly cheering me on. And that's my daughter. Your kids are your biggest cheerleaders, and they love seeing you get out and smash goals. They love it. And it gives them motivation when they see it and they see mum or dad doing it. It gives them confidence to get up and want to give it a go. So how do we do it when we just say these things and we don't follow through? What's the next step? What do we do? And also the biggest thing that stops people from taking that next step to actually accomplishing their goals is fear of the unknown and getting uncomfortable. No one likes being uncomfortable, but I can tell you now, if you want to achieve something different in your life, you're going to have to get uncomfortable, because that's what goals and that's what doing something different is about. And that's how you grow. You don't grow staying in your comfort zone. You grow by stepping out and by doing something different. And if you want to achieve something different in your life, even if it's just losing weight, or I don't like using that term, losing weight, because you know what? I don't care how much anyone weighs. If you want to be fit, then fuck yeah, go be fit. And I love that term. I don't like the term losing weight. Exercise because you want to feel good, not because you want to lose weight to look good for the gram. But if you want to be fit, then you need to have some goal or something in plan to put that in place. You can't just say, my New Year's resolution is to lose 10 kilos. And then you go to the gym and then you realize it's not for you, or you don't like it because everyone's there just to take selfies, and they're all the guys there in their skimpy little tiny singlets and their skimpy little shorts with their quads hanging out. And you get the girls in their skimpy little bike pants and their skimpy little crop tops. And you get in there feeling unfit. You may never have walked in the gym before, and you're like, fuck, this is not for me. This is extremely intimidating. Well, you know what? If you're going, or you really want to follow through with a goal, then you need to find the right steps to make that happen. Because the gym's not for everyone. It's not. But let me tell you now, those people that go there in those skimpy shorts and the skimpy singlets and the skimpy crop tops, they're not looking at you. I can tell you that now. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care what you look like. I don't give a fuck what you wear. They're not looking at you. They're looking at themselves. That's it. Those people that go to the gym that look like that, they're just looking at themselves in the mirror. They're just taking the selfies of themselves. They don't care about anyone else. They just care about themselves. Don't focus on what other people in the gym are thinking of. But I get it. If you're extremely unfit and you haven't been for a while, or you haven't been at all, it is extremely intimidating. I have been to a number of gyms myself, and I have felt intimidated. I thankfully now go to a gym where I feel extremely comfortable. I have never walked into this gym and be like, oh my God, yuck, I don't want to be here today. Even at my unfittest, my unhealthiest, walking into that gym, I have never felt uncomfortable. And that's what I'm getting at here. If you want to start to work on your fitness and improve that, find a gym that you do feel comfortable in. Go out and test drive a few. Most of them have 7-day free trials. Go out and give that a go. But like I said, the gym is not for everyone. So don't come out with these goals and then all of a sudden start saying, okay, my goal is I want to lose 20 kilos. Why? But just say that is your goal. And then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to cut out all alcohol. I'm going to cut out all junk food. I'm going to cut out all soft drink. I'm going to cut out coffee. I'm going to cut out carbs. You've gone from one extreme to the other, which I think is a crazy way of doing it. And it's not just related to weight loss, or it's not just related to fitness. It's with any goal. If you're going to achieve a goal, you've got to go in incremental upgrades. You've got to take small steps. You can't just go from sitting on the lounge, eating a chocolate, drinking a wine, I'm speaking from experience here, to all of a sudden going to the gym and changing your whole diet and changing your whole meal plan and think that it's just going to happen overnight. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't change your meal and you shouldn't change what you're eating, but maybe that should be the first step you take. Take one step at a time. Don't push yourself, because usually when people push themselves, that's another reason why it can backfire, because they push themselves, and they're like, fuck, I just want a chocolate. And then they have a chocolate and oh, fuck, I might just have this as well. Or I might just have that pizza. And then, oh, I might just skip tomorrow at the gym. I feel bad. I've had that chocolate. You know, it just spirals. It spirals because you're doing too much at once. So with any goal, work out what it is and work out small steps of what you can do to get there. So say, for example, we're going back to the fitness goal. Okay, so your first goal is maybe start by taking 20-minute walks. If the gym's not for you, then maybe slowly work on your fitness. Take 20, 30-minute walks if you can get up in the morning, if you can do it in the afternoon, if you can do it in your lunch break. Start by changing your meal plans, or start even just cutting out certain things. You don't even have to go full everything healthy, like a full detox. I don't agree with detoxes, by the way, but if you do, that's fine, but I personally don't. But don't cut everything out where you were eating all this shit and all of a sudden next day you're completely stopped. Do it gradually. Cut out your soft drink. Cut out your fried foods. Take it one step at a time. And that's what I'm saying goes with any goal. Have your steps to get there. Don't just say your end goal is to lose 20 kilos. Your end goal is to have a better job. Your end goal is to have a partner. Your end goal is to be more financially stable. Okay, so that's your goal. What are you doing to get there? And that's where everyone falls off. That's where the New Year's resolutions just go to the shit, because there's nothing in place to work out what you're going to do to make that happen. How are you going to make that resolution happen? What are you going to do to become more financially stable? You can't just say, I want more money, and then expect it to fall in your lap. It doesn't happen. Holy fuck, don't we wish it could? You can't just say, okay, my goal for this year is to have a partner. You're not just going to walk out to the shop one day and meet someone. Well, fuck, you could. It can happen. But you've got to be proactive. You've got to take steps to make these things happen. So say, for example, next year your goal is to be more financially stable. And then come March or April, you sit there and you look around, you go, fuck, my situation is exactly the same. Nothing's happened here. I'm still struggling week by week. I'm still not able to do anything with my social life. I'm still not able to do anything nice because I just don't have money. Fuck that New Year's resolution. I'm not setting another one again. Well, what did you do to change your situation? You've got to think outside the square. You can't just set this plan and not do anything about it. So if your goal is to make more money, if your goal is to change your job, work out your steps to get there. So now it is quite common as a single parent to get very comfortable. I mean, not even just as a single parent, as anyone. We get comfortable. We know our life. And even if you are in a situation where you're just making ends meet and you're living paycheck to paycheck, it is still very easy to get stuck in that comfort zone because people are scared of the unknown. What happens if I go for another job and they reject me? Well, guess what? What happens if you go for that job and you end up getting an extra 20K a year? Fuck. What happens if you go for that job and it includes travel opportunities or includes the option to be able to work from home so you can spend more time with your kids? Maybe you do like your job. Maybe you are enjoying it and you don't want to change it, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck because it's just tough financially at the moment. It's tough to get by. And you're thinking, fuck, Leanne, I don't want to leave my job. I like it, but I need more money. What do I do? Well, sit down and create a plan. You know, I went out and got a takeaway pizza on Saturday night with my daughter. And whilst we're outside the pizza shop, we're there just waiting for the pizza. And I was there just having a little chit chat with my daughter. And as we're waiting, a mum came up and she had this young boy with her. So I'm guessing it was a single mum and her son. It is a big assumption of mine, but I'm pretty sure that's what the situation was. And she was walking in to pick up a menu log order. And I know that because we've all seen those big orange bags that say menu log. So it's pretty obvious. And I looked at her and I thought, you fucking champion. Look at her. She's a single mum. She's obviously doing this for a bit of extra money on the side, because a menu log driver is not a full-time job. It's not a full-time position. It's something you do to bring a bit of extra cash in. So you know what? Good on her. She's taken that step. She's obviously realised, I want to better my life. I want more with my life and I want more money. And those are the things you can do. So if you are in a situation where you can't just get up and leave your job, or you are wanting to stay in your job, but it's just hard because you know you need more money, there are opportunities out there. Look at those things like be a menu log driver, sell things on Marketplace, start a side hustle from home. Look at investing options. There's so many things you can do to bring some extra cash in. You've just got to think outside the square. So don't sit there come mid next year and go, fuck, my New Year's resolution was to have more money coming in and nothing's changed. What are you doing in those steps to make that goal happen? And I'm very passionate about this topic because I love setting goals. And I don't do New Year's resolutions as such. I mean, I have goals of what I want to achieve for next year. And I've got big goals for next year. And I do it every year of what I want to achieve. But it's not just a New Year's resolution because I'm constantly setting goals. I have notepads all over the place of things I want to do. And it's so motivating when you have these lists and you get to cross things off. Yep, I've done that. Yep, I've done that. And it feels good. It's like, shit, yeah, I'm actually accomplishing something. So get an action plan of what you can do, what steps you can take to actually make that goal happen. If you're really passionate about setting a goal or setting a New Year's resolution and wanting to see that come into fruition, then you've actually got to take the steps to make it happen. And you've got to get out of your comfort zone. And like I said, it applies with anything, even with dating. If your goal is to meet a partner, well, you might have a dating profile, but are you active? Is your dating profile set up in a way that's wanting people to interact with you? Do you have a bio description? Do you have photos? Do you have anything there that people can look at and go, oh, that's nice, I might message them about that? Have yourself out there in a way that's putting you open and putting you in a position where people want to interact with you. When you go out for coffee in the morning, if you see someone that grabs your attention, give them a little smile. Obviously make sure that they're single. I mean, you can't just go up and go, hey, you're single, and then smile. But if it's someone that you see on a regular basis, you might know. If it's someone that you see in the supermarket, give them a little smile. Be more socially active. Get out and attend singles events or even just social events. It doesn't have to necessarily just be with singles. Get out of the house more. You can't say, I want to meet a partner, but your Saturday nights are spent at home just chilling with pizza. You need to get out of the house and get out of your comfort zone. So let's go back into taking those small steps to make your goal happen. When you've got your plan or your goal in mind, you don't just want to keep focusing on the end goal. I mean, yeah, you want to keep that in mind, but you don't want to keep looking at where you are now to look at the end result. You look at your next step. So your next step, if you want to get fit, is to start walking on a daily basis. Or it might be to purchase a piece of exercise equipment like a treadmill or an exercise bike. And if you're not comfortable going to the gym, have it at home. So you can get up half an hour, 45 minutes earlier, and you can do it at home. Also, we all have, well, not all of us, but most people these days have TVs with Netflix or YouTube on it. You can access exercise programs and yoga and all these different shows on there. Do it in the morning before the kids wake up. Do it at nighttime. So if that's your goal, to lose weight or to get fit, that's another option where you're not even spending any money. You can do it at home. So don't have a big goal and then get put off because your first step hasn't worked for you, which is maybe joining a gym that you didn't feel comfortable with. Look at other options. And just say you were looking at wanting to start a business in 2024. That was your goal. and you're like, I really want to do it, but fuck, it's scary as a single parent. I've got no idea what to do. I don't know how to start. I may as well just give it up and just stick with my normal job and just live week to week. Really, is that what you want to do? Are you happy doing that? If you are happy doing that, then fine, keep going. But if it's your goal, then clearly that's something you really want to do. So put little steps in place of what you can do to make that happen. Start by just doing some researching ways to actually get it started. Set up some social media pages for your business. Start promoting it. Start advertising. Start doing what you can from home without having to get rid of your current full-time job. You can maybe start something on the side. And then once that grows, then you can maybe gradually start cutting back on your current paying job. Think small steps. You don't have to go into something with big expectations and expect it to happen straight away. Nothing happens straight away. These things take time. They take time. And that's another reason why people give up on their goals, because they don't happen quick enough. But if it's something you're really passionate about, something you really want to do, then it shouldn't have a time limit on it as to when it's going to come. If you really want it, you will do what you can to make it happen. So my advice for 2024 is stop setting these meaningless New Year's resolutions and set goals. Set yourself a goal, and then with each goal, set yourself small little baby steps of what you're going to do. What's your first step to get there? Or not even little baby steps or like little mini goals of what you can do. Put a little checklist. Okay, my goal is to start a business. So my checklist is search business names, register the business name, get an ABN, set up social media pages. Get a little checklist of things you need to do to make it happen. Your goal is to get fit. Okay, I'm going to research gyms. I'm going to look around. I'm going to go check out some free trials. I'm going to Google some healthy recipes. And it doesn't have to be done in one day. Even if you have a list of 20 things that you need to do, if you sit down and get 2 of those things off one day, then even that in itself feels good. Just when you're getting a couple of things ticked off, it's like, yeah, fuck, I've done something. I've done something today. Even if it was just Google searching something, it's one step closer than what you were yesterday. So please don't let the fact that you're a single parent stop you from getting out and achieving your goals for 2024. This is your time to get out and achieve your goals when you don't have anyone nagging on you, telling you that it's not going to work. Because I can tell you now, I've run a business and I've had people say to me, when are you going to get a full-time job? When are you going to quit? People are going to use your business. They're just going to go to Kmart and use the stuff. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go out and meet someone and they're going to be negative and nasty towards your goals, because that's not always going to be the case. And that's what we're eventually looking for. We all want to meet that someone that's going to be supportive of us and supportive of what we want to achieve in our life. But whilst you're single now, maximize that time to do what you can without having any criticism. And like I said, your kids will be your biggest cheerleaders. They will support you on. So if you've been someone that's been a serial New Year's resolution setter, goal setter, and you haven't followed through, ask yourself, why? Why haven't you followed through? Why haven't those goals come into place? Is it because you've been too scared? Is it because you don't know what to do? Is it because you just felt uncomfortable? Again, it was just easier to stay where you are. Well, you can ask yourself this. If you really want to achieve your goal, is it worth feeling uncomfortable? Or would you rather just stay where you are? If you wanted to stay where you are, then there's no point having goals. You just continue on. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But if you want to get out there and achieve goals and set these New Year's resolutions, then the only way to start that is by making change into what you're going to do to make that happen. And by that, you're going to start taking steps to make that happen. And it could be something as simple as associating with people that are linked to what it is that you want to achieve. Whether it be you want to get into business, start associating with business people, start going to business networking events. You want to be more fitness orientated, then start associating with people that like going to the gym, and they might be able to teach you some exercises and you might be able to train with them. Associate with people that are doing what you want to do. Because if you stay in your same pattern and you start you continue to hang around people that don't follow your dreams or don't follow your goals or don't see where you're at, then that's only going to hold you back. And now I'm not saying to cut your friends off. I am saying to find people that motivate you. Find people that are going to be positive and want to see you achieve your goals. If you have people around you that are negative and be like, oh, what do you want to start a business for? What? You don't need that. That's just shitting on your goals. You don't want people that are going to shit on you. You want people that are going to uplift you and support you. So associate with people that are going to encourage you to want to dream big. But you might be thinking, fuck, Leanne, I don't know people like that. Where am I meant to meet these kind of people? Anywhere. Like I said, if you want to get fit, then you meet these people at the gym. You start doing gym classes. Start searching Facebook pages. Join groups and join pages that are relevant to what you want to do. If you're passionate about starting a business in a specific area, just say it's fashion or website design or anything at all, find those Facebook groups and join them. And quite often you'll find people that are in your local area that have the same interests and organize to meet up with them or even just chat with them on Facebook. Those groups are great to get tips and ideas. And I've mentioned this in the holidaying podcast. Those Facebook groups are perfect for anything. You need to meet someone, you need to ask a question, you need to find out some information. Join a group that's related to what you're looking for or what you want to learn more about. You don't know much about business, but you want to start one? Join a Facebook group. You want to earn more money, but you don't know anything about it. You don't know where to start. Find Facebook groups related to investing or budgeting. We have these things at our fingertips. There's really no excuse. And especially when we don't have anyone that's interfering with us at night. I shouldn't say interfering, but we're there alone at night when our kids have gone to bed. That is the perfect time to sit down and do your research. Do your searching. Find what it is you need to help get you to that next step. If you want to start a business, Google what you need to know. Just say you're a cleaner and your goal is to want to start your own cleaning business. Well, start by gradually taking on casual clients on your own and then build up your own client base and then look at what you've got to do to start your own business from there. Just an example, but you've got to take steps. Take your small little steps. Invest in you. Seriously, it is something you will always be grateful for. Investing in yourself is something that should always be put as priority, whether it's financially, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically. Invest in yourself. Even if it's sitting down at night doing a course. If you want to get another job, but you don't know how and you don't think you're qualified enough, we have access to a ridiculous amount of online courses that you can just do from your lounge room when your kids are in bed. So having an excuse to say, I really want another job, I want to earn more money, but I don't have the qualifications, well, do a course. Sit down at night time, get up early in the morning, do it in your lunch break, just smash out 15, 20 minutes of a course at a time. And before you know it, you'll be finished. I mean, mind you, you probably need to be spending more than that amount of time doing a course. But even just allocating that small bit of time whenever you get a chance, it helps. So there's no excuses to not want to follow through with your goals. It just comes down to being scared. It comes down to not wanting to be uncomfortable. And it comes down to the fear of the unknown. What happens if I take that next step? Well, you know what? You're one step closer to achieving your fucking goal. That's what's going to happen. People are so scared of failure that they are willing to not follow through with what they want to do and stay in a boring, mundane job because they're scared of failure or they're scared of taking that next step and it doesn't work. Let me tell you, I had a business and it was a pretty well-known, successful business. And I sold that maybe about 3-4 months ago now. And it was something I'd been toying with. I've been toying with the idea for some time. And I got to a point, it was like, you know what, I need to change. And doing this podcast was something that I have been wanting to do since I've been a single parent. And I felt like this opportunity just fell in my lap when I decided to sell my business. And this is the right time. It's the right time. And I remember saying to my daughter when I sold my business, did I make the right choice? Am I going to regret this? I've sold my business. That was my sole income. My income was all I got from my business. Well, I shouldn't say all like that, but everything I earned from my business was my income. And I just sold it. And I'm like, what am I going to do if I can't make ends meet now? What am I going to do? And I said it to my daughter. And she's like, Mummy, you'll make it work. You always do. And that's what we do. And that's what you've got to remember. We make it work. We have to make it work. We are the primary carers of our kids. Well, we may not be. We may be joint carers. We may have 50-50. But we make it work for our kids. We do. And if something falls to the shit where we're not making the money that we wanted, then there's always other options. Look at other things to do for extra income coming in whilst you're building up something different, whilst you're building up a new business opportunity, or whilst you're starting the new job. You might not start off with that money that you were hoping, and that doesn't come till after time. But don't let it hold you back. Don't be scared. Because, like I said, I've had my doubts of, I don't now. But when I first did it, I had my doubts thinking, fuck, why did I do that? And it wasn't because I wanted to keep my business and I wanted to continue doing that. It was because that was my income. And I'm thinking, fuck, did I just really fuck up then? And then, like I said, my daughter said to me, Mummy, no, you'll make it work. You always do. And I thought, fuck, God, I love you, kid. And we do. Don't go into your dreams with a glass half empty attitude. If you want to make it work, you really want to do something, then fucking go in there and do it. Because what's the worst that could happen? Yes, you might not be getting the income you want at the start, but there are options around to help you stay afloat whilst you're building up. If your goal is to get fit, you're not going to reach that ultimate fitness goal straight away. You're not going to have a successful business straight away. It doesn't happen. You're not going to get that perfect job or that perfect partner straight away. You need to take steps to make these things happen. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Start socializing with different people. Meet people that are related to what you want to do. Do your searching and make the most of your time now. Instead of sitting down at night time, wasting it watching TV or scrolling aimlessly on social media, use that time on your phone scrolling to search something useful. Search that course that you've been wanting to do. Search that next step in starting a business. Search some singles events around so you can get out and meet new people. Search those gyms that are around. Search that holiday that you've been wanting to take your kid on, but you haven't been able to afford it. Search it. Get some prices. Get prices on flights. Get prices on accommodation. Get a cost together and work it out. Okay, this is going to cost me $3,000. What am I going to do to bring an extra $3,000 in so I can take my child on that holiday? Take that next step. Don't just sit there and go, fuck, I really want to take my kids on a holiday, but I just can't afford it. It's just not possible. Make it happen. Make it happen. Set small little steps. Maybe it means you need to cut back on something each week. Maybe it means you stop getting manicures or you stop going out for beers as much and you can put that money aside. Maybe it means you get a little money tin and you can put your coins into that. Maybe it means you start investing. Maybe it means that you don't give in to your kids every time they ask for a toy or that donut or that milkshake when you take them out. Maybe it means you've got to have a bit of tough love and say, no, sorry, do you want that holiday or do you want that milkshake? You decide. Because even though it might be a $4 milkshake, that's still money that could be in our pocket that we could save towards our holiday. Each little step makes a huge difference towards getting closer to that main end goal. So that's my point of what I wanted to get across today. Don't focus on just setting another meaningless New Year's resolution. Focus on setting some kick-ass goals for 2024 and work out what you're going to do to make that happen. Start planning little steps to make it happen. Get out of your comfort zone. Get fucking uncomfortable. It is. It fucking is. And you know what? It's great. It's scary, but once you get through it, you go, fuck, I did it. It's not that hard. And you only think it's hard because you haven't done it. And once you've done it, it'll be easy as fuck. And you'll look back and you'll say to yourself, holy shit, why did I not do this earlier? But I don't want you to kick yourself in the foot. I want you to look up and go, fuck, this is my year. I'm going to fucking smash it. I've been wanting to start that business. I've been wanting to learn that language. It's not about necessarily those big dreams and goals. Like I just said, learning a language. Just simple little goals like that. Learning an instrument. Anything. Going away for a weekend on your own could be a goal. You've always wanted to travel on your own or do something on your own. Take that next step. Look around for places that you can go. Look at prices. Look at weekends that maybe you can lock something in. Take that step. Take the plunge and do it. Doing stuff on your own, it fucking boosts your confidence like you wouldn't believe. So take the plunge. This is your fucking year, guys. I want to see everyone get out there and smash your goals. Don't just set another New Year's resolution. Work out what it is you want to do and work out a little to-do list of steps that you're going to take that's going to help you get to that goal of what you want to achieve. Fucking smash it. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you have an amazing New Year's, because I won't get to speak to you again until next year. So fucking smash it. Have those kick-ass resolutions, have those kick-ass goals, and I want to hear from you. Let me hear what your goals are. Shoot me a message on Instagram, comment below on Spotify. Let's hear your goals. Fucking smash your single parent goals. And just remember, you will get people that will question what you're doing. They may see a different you and they might think, fuck, what's going on with Susan? Look at her, what's she doing? Don't let that hold you back. If someone questions you and starts putting you down because you're wanting to do something and they think, what are you doing? Why are you doing this for? Why do you want to start a business when you've already got a good job? Why would you want to do that for? So there will be the naysayers, but don't let that stop you. Stay in your lane and focus on what you want to do. That's it, guys. Don't be scared of getting uncomfortable. Don't be scared of being scared. Because it can be scary trying something new, but once you've done it, it'll be worth it. You can cross it off, and then you know what you do? You go back and achieve something else. You write something else down. So here's to a fucking amazing 2024, guys. Thank you all for listening in 2023, even though it's only been a short 6 weeks or so. Thank you all for being on board. I can't wait to speak to you all again next year. Thank you, thank you. I love you all. Happy New Year's, everyone. Until next time, I'll be in your ears then. Love you all. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.